Sleep is like a memory-saving button for the brain, a hidden switch that quietly archives the chaos of the day into neat, retrievable files, preserving what matters while erasing what clutters. And yet, its power runs far deeper than simple storage. When we sink into slumber, the hippocampus, the brain's temporary memory bank, replays fragments of experience in rhythmic bursts, sending them toward the neocortex, where they are woven into the vast tapestry of long-term knowledge, making sleep not a passive silence, but a symphony of electrical storms. Dreams, which flicker in the rapid eye movement stage, are not mere hallucinations, but rehearsals for survival, rehearsals that blend reality with imagination, allowing us to simulate threats, strengthen creativity, and even solve problems without lifting a finger, as neurons spark and synapses tighten. Sleep literally rewires us, pruning away weak connections while strengthening the ones that matter, like a gardener trimming a chaotic forest into something enduring and lush. And while the mind is sculpted, the body too undergoes its own secret work. Muscles rebuild, tissues regenerate, and the immune system mobilizes its armies, producing cytokines that guard against infection, so that the bed becomes a battlefield where unseen defenses are forged. Remarkably, the brain does not rest in sleep, it cleans. Within the dark currents of slow-wave slumber, the glymphatic system, a hidden plumbing network, flushes away toxic proteins such as beta-amyloid, waste products that, if left unchecked, may tangle into the plaques of Alzheimer's disease, making sleep perhaps the most underestimated detox ritual in existence. Even time itself seems to bend beneath the weight of sleep, for in deep stages, the brain disconnects from sensory input, and yet, paradoxically, it records and encodes the most essential fragments of consciousness, meaning that we often awaken with ideas reshaped, decisions clarified, and emotions soothed. Sleep does not simply heal the brain, calibrates the heart, lowering blood pressure, steadying rhythm, and giving cardiovascular tissue the precious pause it cannot find in waking hours. A pause so vital that chronic deprivation increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Evolution has fiercely guarded sleep across species, from the brief, efficient, micro-naps of dolphins who shut down one hemisphere at a time to the extravagant hibernation of bears, proving that even in a world of predators and survival, nature chose vulnerability in order to preserve this mysterious state. Strangely, some of the smallest creatures reveal the biggest secrets. Fruit flies deprived of sleep stumble, forget, and falter, just as humans do, hinting at an ancient and universal law that cognition itself cannot stand without cycles of night. And in humans, the loss of sleep bends perception, distorting reaction times as drastically as alcohol, slowing reflexes, and eroding judgment to the point where a sleepless driver can be as dangerous as one intoxicated. Yet, sleep is not merely about survival, it is about transcendence, about the ability to connect the dots of experience and innovation. Many breakthroughs, from the sewing machine to the structure of DNA, have emerged from dreams or the hypnagogic twilight of drowsiness, where the brain, freed from the rigid filters of logic, allows the impossible to take shape. In that space, creativity blooms, and the subconscious whispers solutions that daylight alone cannot find. Scientists have even found that sleep may influence moral reasoning, granting us not just sharper minds, but gentler hearts. Because without it, empathy wanes and emotional regulation falters, leading to anger, anxiety, and despair. And perhaps the most haunting truth of all is that sleep remains elusive in its full purpose, a frontier of science as mysterious as outer space. For even though we know its stages, its waves, its rhythms, we still do not fully know why evolution sculpted such elaborate rituals of nightly paralysis. But what we do know is undeniable. Sleep is not the absence of wakefulness, not a pause in the story of life. The very editing room where the raw footage of experience is cut, arranged, and transformed into the narrative of who we are, ensuring that every dawn begins not as a repetition of yesterday, but as a new chapter written by the silent author of the night.